All right, so we here again with another interview with Terry Edwardz.
What up, what up?
What up, what up, you feel me? I'm Oz. We got Lenny TV behind the camera. Check out the Delaware Hot Seat. And today, like I said, Terry Edwardz got another singer. Where you from, bro?
From Newark, Delaware. Originally from Boston, Massachusetts, but I've been in Delaware for about 16 years.
Yeah.
So I'm a Delawarean at heart, man. I ain't gonna hold you.
Okay, so I respect that. I respect it. From Boston, though.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
cold up there.
That's different. Yeah, I was about to say, that's way different.
Yeah.
I'm not with that. But how long you been singing for?
I've been singing since I was like 10.
Okay.
I didn't start taking it seriously till I was about just me getting ready to get into high school. I'll say when I started to vocally come out and say I'm a singer, I was about 16. So I've been pursuing music for about 10 years now.
Okay. Yeah. So it's something that you really put a lot of time into, a lot of heart into.
Yeah, like it's crazy too. Is when I meet people back in high school and they listen to the songs that I put out now, it just reminds me of how long I've really been doing this for.
Right.
So I just keep pushing, keep going until I actually get on TV or something. Yeah.
So you're using this to get on, basically. Actually, all right. So you take it serious. I respect that. I respect that. All right. So we was talking earlier. You said that you was in school.
Yeah.
Dover. You went to Del Tech. What are your plans after that? Since you said you just graduated.
Well, I just graduated from Del Tech, so definitely gonna go back to school, get my bachelor's.
Okay.
Since right now I'm kind of just taking a break, trying to figure out what actually is the next move. I definitely want to move outside of Delaware to continue my education. Not sure where exactly I'm going to go. I know I'm going somewhere down south. I got to get away from snow and all that.
Oh, it's cold,
Yeah, so I'm not sure if I want to go to school for, to continue going to school for graphic design or actually go to an art school, which was my initial plan. But right now it's just all about just living and, you know, just, I don't know, just I guess soak up the accomplishment a little bit.
Of course.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright. You planning on dropping an album in a few years? Or anything on iTunes, like a track on iTunes?
Yeah, actually, towards the end of the summer, I can definitely say you want to look out for an EP I'm going to drop. Right now, the running title for it is called As of Lately. Reason why I'm calling it that is because last year, it was just me. I'm putting my age out there, you know, I was 26 now. So once you hit 25, everything starts to click that, you know, you do got to start preparing and getting ready for the future.
Right.
So now, pretty much as of lately, it's been pretty much just going to be dabbling about my perspective on just like who's a real friend, not a real friend, career paths. I was recently in a relationship last year, but that went south, so I'm going to be talking about some of the stuff.
Heartbreak.
Yeah. And for me, it was something where it's just like I was ready to settle down. So I'm actually going to be talking about that a little bit, just pretty much where I am mentally as of late.
Because I was listening to some of your songs, you definitely for the females. You know, you got a lot of stuff for the females. I can definitely say that. Yeah, so where does that come from? You just a ladies man?
I wouldn't call myself a ladies man necessarily. That just comes from just being in the house. It was mainly me, my mom, and sister. Majority of the time, so my mom will always play, you know, like the Commodores, the Ohio players, all the oldies. My sister, she'll play like Jodeci, Aaliyah, Jagged Edge, all them. So then when I went to go see my pops, that's when I would hear whatever's on the radio. So just being around that gave me the exposure and the sound I kind of had now.
So you say you're real diverse when it comes to music?
Absolutely. I definitely say, when I hear, I hope this don't make me sound conceited, but when I listen to my music, I definitely hear like an old soul into it. So I definitely say that's where I get it from.
Good.
Do you like performing live?
I haven't performed live recently. The last time I did was back in December, and I was at the Space. That didn't really go so well. It didn't go the way I planned it to go, but I'm definitely not afraid of the stage. It's more so just trying to develop the stage presence and how to actually engage with the crowd a little bit. So I'm taking my time with this to make sure I do it the right way.
So do you have anything coming up? Like, do you have any songs coming out? Because you know you gotta get the crowd. You know?
Yeah. But I have a couple of songs I'm working on. I would say the next single that's going to drop is called Rumors. I'm pretty sure y'all fellas can relate to it. Just to give you a little background about Rumors, you know, there was a situation where I was with someone, you know, the lady I was with last year. I was with her. There was always we had a mutual friend that would always go on my social media page, and you know, when girls see a girl on a comment on a picture, it it escalates to a situation.
Rumors start coming out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what that song's gonna be about. So I can say you can look for it sometime next month.
Okay. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Now, who were you inspired by coming up? Like, I know you said that your sister played the Commodore. I mean, your mom played the Commodores and stuff. Your sister played the Leo, Jagged Edge, and your pop was listening to whatever was on the radio. Now, was that like Jay-Z and stuff at the time?
Yeah.
When you were younger? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, now, who were you inspired by growing up? Was it like Music Soul Child? Who was it?
Well, I call them my four kings because those are people I studied in high school. Number one is Neo, Usher, Trey Songz, and Mario. Every day after school, I would come home. I actually made like a playlist of songs of theirs and just put all in one. So every day after school, I would go ahead and just listen to them on how they would say words a certain way. If they carried a note a certain way, I'd do that too, pretty much. So that's pretty much where all my, I say my influences are coming from. The biggest one that everybody will probably be able to pick out right off the bat will be Neo. There's also Tyrese, of course Michael Jackson, Tank, Joe. Right now I'm actually vibing to Genuine off the random. So Pony right now is like my anthem. So yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of
yeah. Nice combination, like a big old Pokemon or something like that. All the different combinations of superstars. That's good to model after that instead of just having one person to go to.
Yeah,
think
absolutely.
You take bits and pieces from other people, put it together, try to make it your own.
Wow, man. So okay, now you said when I had mentioned that actually did you go to UD before? The reason I said that because you go to a certain. Do you go to the studio to record most of your songs? That's near UD?
Yeah. There's a studio out there called shoot, I hope I don't mess it up, but it's called Backroom Studios. It's on the beginning part of Main Street where you'll. I'm not sure if you're familiar where it used to be called Mojo Man. It's called Game now. If you go back there, or even where you see like the comic book store, it's like back in, just go further past the comic book store and you'll see it. Yeah, so the person I actually record with, his name is Problem Child. Other people know him as PC Beats. That's like my go-to guy for when it comes to recording. I don't go nowhere else. I go straight to PC.
They gonna look it up.
Yeah, he recorded and mixed all the songs that's on my SoundCloud now.
So when did you meet Isaiah Lee?
That honestly, I have no idea. I've known him for a minute.
You just came up.
Yeah, not when you say we just came up. I do know we had like a couple mutual friends, and then just by us having our paths cross all the time, we just naturally spoke to each other.
Yeah, it's bound to happen if you see somebody all the time.
Right. And actually, he's the one who actually introduced me to PC. Well, told me about PC. So yeah.
So being that you're in the studio, do you have any other artists around Delaware that you maybe gonna put a track out together, collab with? Or have you listened to other music? Like you listen to some of the music around Delaware? I know you have to.
Yeah. Like there's another singer named Jay LaVita. Okay. We haven't talked about doing songs together. More so went to him as far as just helping me out with my project. Okay. Because I feel as though as a writer, it's always good to have co-writes because it gives you the opportunity to think differently or see things from a different perspective.
Right.
So everything right now is just talk as far as me and him. Like I know his schedule is crazy, so whenever we actually get the time to sit down and finish the songs that we did work on, they'll definitely be on the SoundCloud.
Right, so you're just lining things up right now.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just taking my time with it, just making sure I do all the necessary steps.
Yeah.
And it goes a little bit deeper than just putting a song on SoundCloud.
Right. So absolutely.
And so, do you have any other ventures that you dive in besides singing?
Yeah, actually, besides singing, I also do graphic designs. Where you're at now is kind of just, I would say, the quote-unquote studio for me and my two friends I brought on board. Our group is called Dog Hungry Media Group. So right now we're just focusing on designs as far as logos, business cards. For any artist that's looking for like a mixtape cover or a single cover art, definitely hit us up and get it out there for you.
Right, so you do a lot of graphic design. And I was just talking to somebody the other day, like around Delaware, there's a lot more people that's doing stuff like this. A lot more people that's caring about what's going on. A lot more people that are doing graphic design, artists, or like a whole bunch of different things. So it's good that we see people like us who are starting to do stuff. Instead of just talking about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people love to talk about it.
Yeah, like I don't really go out too much. I do know, like, when I go on Facebook and I see people looking for graphic designers, I tag myself.
Of course.
So from there, I just tell them, like, hey, you know, I'm pretty affordable. I'm willing to work with you, do the best that I can to bring your vision to life. And then, I mean, all in all, I just love what I do. Just singing, graphic design, I just love it for the craft.
Of course.
So it's just like, if I
for
could
the culture.
Exactly,
Yeah,
I was about to say that. If I could do anything to push the culture, that's my thing.
That's dope. I respect that.
Yeah.
All for the culture.
That's all it is, man. Just pure love for it.
Yeah.
Have you ever been at a breaking point where you felt like giving up on music?
Every day. Every day, I'm gonna be honest. Music it can be an emotional toll. I actually put up a status about it, talking about how doing it full time can be difficult. I was working at Comcast not too long ago, and I actually quit Comcast because I wanted to pursue music full time. So, you know, I told a couple people the plan behind me leaving Comcast. Some of them weren't really, you know, some of them were just like, are you crazy? You're 26, you want to need to, you know, get your stuff in order.
Right. Yeah.
Other people embraced it. My whole thing was, it's just like, I gotta take a risk, see where I go. I can't sit there and say I do music and I'm not really doing nothing to really put myself out there.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's far as like a struggle, it's something I go through every day, because it's like I see other people who are far along than I am. They're getting shows, they get their songs shared and reposted everywhere, and it's like mine, I put it up, I probably get like maybe 1 or 2 shares, and that's it. And then my SoundCloud, I say the highest play I got now is like 225.
Right.
That's the last time I checked.
It's like I think it may be 4 something. No, you're right. It's 2 something. I thought it was 4 something.
No, hey, I was about to get hyped.
It's 228 down. But yeah. So what is your favorite song on SoundCloud that you've done so far?
That's hard, man. I like them all.
Do you like them all? Okay.
I like them all. I will say I noticed that "Say You Love Me" is the one that everybody is gravitating to. So.
I want to go back to the other topic real quick.
Okay.
But, you said that it's hard. Like.
Oh yeah. It is hard, because once you start to get into it deeper and learn the business side of music, it starts to become very overwhelming. Where you're just like, is this something that I can actually do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I did do like I call it like a self-investment. Bought this thing. It's called a music business kit. It's this guy named James Taylor from overseas, somewhere in Europe. So what he's doing is he'll send something in my email every day as a newsletter, and every day he's just giving tips on how to actually turn your craft into a business. Like, he goes in depth as far as explaining the importance of having a mail listing and reaching out to your customers directly, the importance of having, you know, social media, how that can work for you as far as getting your audience, teaching you how to book shows, how many shows you need to have monthly in order to make a stable living with music. It's very informative, actually. But just doing that, like I said, it's very overwhelming, but at the same time, it still gives you the tools or the resources you need to actually do it the right way.
Right.
And then aside from that, it's more so just watching the success of other artists take off.
Knowing that, like, I should be there.
That's, I would say that's like the biggest thing right now. Is just watching the success of other artists and seeing how everybody gravitates to them very quickly when they do something so slight, and then I try to do something and it's probably just maybe a handful of people that'll catch on. But the more and more I go, I'll say the more and more that I do this, I learn to just stay in my lane, focus on that, and then the right ones will gravitate to it. The music will do what it's supposed to.
Yeah. Do you think it's this state in general, or you think
you need to reach out more?
I can't even lie. I do think it's a state.
So you're right, man. I'd be like that.
It sucks to say that, but it's just like there was a time where, like, when I first started to record and go into studios, I would hit anybody up that I knew had a recording studios, and if they were an engineer, I always ask them, like, yo, can you help me with my vocals? Because I wasn't that comfortable with being in the booth. It's just you in this big ass space. So trying to have somebody coach you on how to be relaxed and loosen up and actually sing the way you're supposed to, like have that vocal freedom. Sometimes they kind of just click the record button and let you do you. They just sit back and expect you to do it. And then it's also like when you do reach, or I'll say when you do find somebody that is willing to work with you, they'll keep it at that level. They'll just work with you in the studio. They won't introduce you to someone else that they know. They won't put you on. Right. They won't share your stuff. It's almost as if you and I didn't grow up together, I'm not putting your man's on. And that's like the downside of Delaware.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like with in Atlanta, I know everybody. So somebody's gonna come up and they do something like this. It's like, all right, I'm gonna share their music. Then their friends share his music. Right. Put on, and then like with Chance the Rapper, him growing up in Chicago, they all put him on. They sharing his stuff. They say he's really unique. Things like that. Like in different places, they put each other on. And then with me and Austin, like when we came together to like help boost, my show, or like when he came on, he said, yo, can we do something together? Can we do like a radio or something together? I said, we could just continue to do it, like, Lenny TV, and you could add your own channel and everything. We could work together. Right. And that's what Delaware needs more.
See, that's love, right there.
Just something like a brotherhood and sisterhood with people. And then also, not only just like work together, but like, put each other on.
Exactly.
Once people see like, you just doing something consistently, like yourself, and like other people, they try to hop on,
Exactly.
It's like let's say you took a picture with DJ Khaled one day, right? Then you took a picture with Jay-Z.
Right.
Then your next picture was with Beyonce.
Right.
They like, oh, yo, Terry, you making moves, and then people that never hit you up before,
and
they're gonna hit you up.
Yeah. Exactly.
Delaware like that. They want you when you want.
Exactly.
But I mean, I think that's a lot of places. A lot of times, like, you're not gonna get the help. Sometimes you got to do it yourself.
Yeah, and that's pretty much how it is. Like I said before, it's like I went ahead and just grabbed my two of my best friends. It was like, yo, let's go ahead, make this money as far as design and everything. The vision goes a little bit deeper than design. Try to incorporate music, modeling, acting for anybody who wants to, jump on board. But it's just like, might as well do something, create your own team, and then go from there. And the right ones are gonna gravitate to you.
That's what it is. People are like, that's part of the reason I do this. I want people to come to me. I don't want to have to go to anybody.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's really what it is.
Yeah. What made me reach out to y'all is, like I said, I seen my man Isaiah Lee. Shouts out to him.
Yeah.
I seen him do the interview, and I was just like, yo, let me just go ahead and ask, see what's up with these guys. Put myself out there, help y'all out in some kind of way, whatever.
It's all about exposure at this point.
Exactly. And I'll definitely say, like, there's something going on in Delaware where it's just like nobody wants to come together. Everybody is kind of just clicked up a little bit.
We talked about this before though. With we got B-Miles and this one girl we talked to named Isaiah. The younger ones, like 18, 19, 17, they actually coming together and putting they coming together. But the people like me and your age, they still stuck in the past where they not trying to get on the grind and work together. They're still like, it's all me, myself, and I.
Right.
But the younger ones, their wave is different. I'm glad they learn from our mistakes. But their wave is different. And I won't say like necessarily me and your mistakes, just other people around us. That's just like me, myself, and I. And that's it.
Yeah, your age group, our different. Yeah,
anybody in the younger age Delaware group, if y'all want to work, let me know. I'm down to work with anybody.
Y'all heard it here first, man.
Yeah, I'm down to work with anybody.
That's what's up, man. I want to thank you for coming on Lenny TV and D Hot Seat.
Yeah, no problem. Shout out to D Hot Seat. Shout out to Lenny TV. Shout out to Terry Edwardz, man.
Definitely love to have you on again, man.
Oh, definitely.
Appreciate it.